Hi guys, welcome back to my Growing Your Groceries Gold Award Project video lessons. In case you forgot, my name is Talia and I'm a high school ambassador level Girl Scout currently working on my Gold Award through this project called Growing Your Groceries. Today we have a super fun lesson planned because we're going to be learning all about things you might already have that you can use to start a garden. Let's get started by talking a little bit about what makes a planting pot so good when you're starting to garden. You might think that planting pots are no different than a bowl or a cup, but they're actually specifically designed to encourage proper plant growth. Let's talk about a few of the characteristics of planting pots that makes them so unique. First off is the material. Many materials can make a great pot, but clay or terracotta is commonly used because it allows for great air circulation, which helps maintain the soil's moisture. Plastic is also commonly used because it's durable and cheap. Size is also important when choosing a pot. If your pot is too small, your plant won't have space to grow and develop. If you're starting a plant from seed, it's okay to use a pot that's pretty small, maybe 1 to 2 inches tall and wide, but once your plant starts to grow bigger, you'll need to move it into a larger pot. Lastly, drainage is super important. Have you ever noticed a hole in the bottom of a planting pot? You may see one hole, or a couple of holes, or a lot of holes, but either way, they serve the same purpose. They help with drainage, so water can drip out of the bottom of your pot rather than pooling at the bottom. This helps keep your plant's roots healthy. Okay, that was a lot of information, but now let's play a game that will help us put that knowledge to use. We're going to be playing a game of bingo, planting edition. Go ahead and pause the video here, pass out one copy of worksheet 4, use what you have to each student, and then click play. And make sure you write your name on your paper. In this game, your goal is to go around your classroom and try to find items that match the description in each box on your bingo card. You're looking for items that could or could not be a pot. Make sure you remember material, size, and drainage as great indicators of what would make a good pot. For example, if you find this mug and you think it would make a great pot, you can use it for the square that says, could be a pot, could drink out of, because based off its size and its material, I definitely think it would make a good pot, and I can certainly drink out of it as well. Once you find an object that you want to use for a box, go ahead and write the name of the object in that box. For example, I would write mug in the square that says could be a pot, could drink out of. Just remember, if you use an item for one box, you cannot use it for any other boxes, even if it matches multiple descriptions. I want you to have unique items for every box on your bingo card. There will be 2 winners of this game. The first winner will be the first person to get 5 in a row, either horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. The second winner will be the first person to fill out their entire bingo card. Go ahead and pause the video here, and at your teacher's instructions, you can get up and start walking around the classroom and looking for items to fill out your bingo card. Good luck, and click play again once you have your 2 winners. Great job, guys! I hope this activity showed you how many things are right around you that could be used to start a garden. And just think of how many more things you can find once you start looking. Pots aren't the only planting supply you can find around you. In fact, you can even use food scraps you already have to start growing your own food. This works as a great alternative to buying packaged seeds. For this activity, I'm challenging you to figure out the steps to growing food from food scraps or from seeds. Go ahead and turn to page 2 of worksheet 4 and we'll get started. Here, you should see a bunch of little pictures with descriptions. These diagrams show you the steps of growing your own food from food scraps, except the steps are out of order. Your job is to put these images in the correct order by writing a number 1 through 7 on the lines below each picture in the order you think the pictures should come in. In other words, you're going to write a 1 below the picture you think comes first, a 2 below the picture you think comes second, and so on. I'm going to give you all 6 minutes to do both activities, both the lettuce example on the top and the bell pepper example on the bottom. Feel free to work with a small group or table partner if you would like. Welcome back. Let's go through these examples together. If you got anything wrong, make sure you write down the correct order underneath, so if you ever want to follow these steps at home, you'll know the correct order. Let's start with the lettuce example on top. When you're growing food from scraps, you want to start by cutting off the scrap, filling a small dish with water, placing the scrap into the water, replacing the water every few days to keep it fresh, wait for the plant to grow larger, then you can move it to soil, and harvest when ready. How many steps did you get right? Isn't it so cool that you could take those scraps that you probably would have thrown away and grow a whole new plant with them? Now let's move on to our bell pepper example. When you're collecting seeds to plant, start by cutting off the top, collecting the seeds, laying them out to dry, planting them in soil, covering them with more soil, watering them, and then once your plant is bigger, you are ready to harvest. Now that we know this process for lettuce and bell peppers, we can replicate this with almost any other fruit or vegetable. Go ahead and flip to the third page of worksheet 4. Here, you will see a list of 15 different fruits and vegetables. All of these fruits and vegetables can either be grown by their seeds, like bell peppers, or from their scraps, like lettuce. Your job is to figure out which ones you think can be grown by seeds and which ones you think can be grown by scraps. I'm going to give you all 4 minutes to sort the fruits and vegetables into the 2 boxes at the bottom. Work together if you need some help. Go ahead and get started. Alright, let's go through these together. If you mixed anything up, just be sure to correct it on your own paper, so if you want to grow these fruits and vegetables later on, you know how to. Starting with the food that can be grown by scraps: onions, celery, garlic, green onions, basil, potatoes, sweet potatoes, lettuce, and even pineapple can be grown using their scraps. Just cut off the part of the plant that has the roots or the base of the stem attached, or in the case of pineapple, cut off the green crown on top, and follow the first set of growing instructions on the second page of this worksheet. That was our lettuce example. Now, the leftover foods, which are peppers, tomatoes, winter squash, cantaloupe, peas, and strawberries, can be grown using their seeds. To do this, collect the seeds from your plant and follow the second set of growing instructions on page 2 of this worksheet. That was our bell pepper example. How cool is it that you can grow your own fruits and vegetables using the food you buy at the grocery store? Now, next time you're about to throw away food scraps or food seeds, come back to this list or do some research of your own and figure out if you can grow your own food using what you are about to throw away. For our last activity of the day, we are going to be checking on those plants you have been growing. Look how big mine is. How's yours doing? You are going to fill out that fourth row on your growth journal today. Pause the video here, go check on your plant and fill out that fourth row, and then come back and click play once everyone is done. That's all I have for you today. I hope you had fun with today's activities. Before I head out, I want to give you a quick reminder to check on those plants every day. You don't have to fill out that fifth row of your growth journal until we meet again, but until then, make sure your plant is getting enough water and the soil is not drying out. I will see you all for our very last lesson in just a few weeks, where we will put everything together and learn how to make recipes with the fruits and vegetables you grew. See you next time. Bye.